Hi, profitable online course creators, and today I want to teach you how to record videos for your online course. I get this question so often. I want to give you some of my best tips for recording your next video course online. The first thing that you want to do is make sure that the time of your video is accurate. You want to make sure that your video is within the 5 to 8 minute window per video when you are recording your online course. Because of the high volume of content that we are now consuming, especially in video, the attention span of your potential client has now diminished. So to have them interested in your course and actually completing your videos, you want to have that sweet spot of 5 to 8 minutes long. Now, can you go longer than 8 minutes? Absolutely. And your cap should be 15 minutes. If you are doing a 15-minute video, this is what I want you to do when you are recording your content. I want you to use a technique of switching to now be able to keep people engaged in your content while consuming the information that is necessary to get them to the result. So sweet spot 5 to 8 minutes per video and cap 15 minutes. Now, to stay within this window, one of the things that I do while I'm recording is I put a timer on my screen, and I could glance at the timer ever so often to make sure I am delivering content within that 5 to 8 minute window. This helps me to now pace myself, pace the information that I want to put into a segment, and to ensure that this video has a great amount of content for the 5 to 8 minute window. Now, if you are going longer than 5 to 8 minutes at the cap of 15, what I want you to do is to switch up your screen sharing. Now, this is an example of a talking head video. You are seeing me talking to you on screen and delivering this information. It's often called a talking head. Now, it's going to be very difficult unless you have an incredible personality and your video is really edited, where you have elements coming up on the screen and you have overlays and you have different transitions coming up. It's going to be difficult for your participant to watch a 15-minute talking head video without those elements. So if you are talking for 15 minutes, I suggest that you now go into a rotation. So you have your talking head, then you have your screen share. Your screen share is where you have prepared a PowerPoint or Keynote or a Google slide presentation, and you are shifting between your talking head and your presentation. This now shifts up the rotation of the content, and you keep your participants engaged, and they want to now keep looking at the information to get to the end of that module. The third strategy you can incorporate is sketch or whiteboard. Some of you can mount a whiteboard in your video view and you can do some demonstrations. Or the easiest way that you can do that right now is by plugging in a USB to your computer and using a cell phone or a tablet with a draw capability to now do some sketching. This now breaks up the monotony of the talking head. So if your videos are in excess of 5 to 8 minutes and they are 15-minute long, you want to make sure that you have edited elements where you are now switching up the transitions and the view. You have a whiteboard behind you where you are doing demonstrations, or you are using your computer to now be able to sketch to keep your participants engaged while you are teaching them. Another thing you want to do while you are recording your video, you never want to just sit and let it rip unless you have immense control in being able to get a point across in the time that you have allocated yourself to teach this module. To avoid rambling, because most of my clients tell me, coach, I just sit, I let it rip, and they go into rambling, which now causes excess fat on the course, and that 5 to 8 minute window is now extended. And because they are doing primarily talking head without edited elements or without switching the scenes, clients fall off and they never complete their video courses. What I want you to do is to ensure that you have a very clear and a detailed outline. The information in your course should only be the information relevant to the results. And what I tend to do is, when I am recording, I tend to put a board behind my screen, behind my computer, or behind my camera that has my prompts that I can glance at ever so often to make sure that I am on target with the minutes that I am teaching this content. So I'm looking at my outline, I'm looking at my timer, I'm looking at my camera, and I'm ensuring that my information is within that 5 to 8 minute window, not crossing 15 minutes. And if it is at the 15-minute window, that I have to get it edited to be able to now bring in different elements so that my content is now engaging for the participants. So what you want to do when you sit to record your online course, you want to use some sticky notes or some post-its, and you want to begin making some notation of your modules. Then you want to stick those modules behind your recording element, and you want to now put module 1 and each topic or each lesson under that module. Now, I don't want you to put it word for word. Some people tend to use a teleprompter, and they can do that well. If you can and you are fluid and it comes across naturally, feel free, by all means, go ahead. But if you can't, do not write your notes word for word. Use some flashcards or use your sticky notes. Create a board behind your computer. Type module 1 and then put the lessons in each module. When you are recording, let's say you're doing a one-sit take where you're recording all of your content in one sitting. What you want to do is begin to glance at your notes with your bullet points, which are now on your sticky notes, and begin to deliver that content while glancing at your camera, being mindful of your transitions, and getting the information necessary for that lesson inside of the module. The module is the house, the lesson is the furniture. Each lesson should be 5 to 8 minutes. Now, I know the next question that you're going to ask me, because most of my clients ask me this question. They say, Coach, how many videos should I have in a module? Let's not overcomplicate video recording or online course. You can have as many videos as it takes to teach the objective of that lesson. Each module should have a goal. At the end of this module, you would learn 1, 2, 3. Ensure that the lessons and the content that you have in those modules, that at the end of you teaching that module, it meets the goal. For example, if I were teaching you how to create a course outline for your course, I would have my sticky notes that says module 1 course outline. Then I would say, number 1, how to create your objectives. Number 2, how to create your outcomes. Number 3, how to begin mapping out your lessons. Number 4, how to put it in a way that the content now flows and gets people the result. And what I will do in teaching is to ensure that in my 5 to 8 minute window, I am now teaching each bullet point on my sticky notes under my module within that window to complete my content. Another tip I want to give you for recording in one sitting. Now, you can record in one sitting. Once you have your outline down and you have all of your modules clear, you can record in one sitting. Recording in one sitting is going to take some control. You have to know when to stop your videos, when to pause. So, hey guys, welcome back to Module 2. In Module 2, I will teach you 1, 2, 3, list the objectives. And then you begin to give a short overview, you stop your recording, and then you start back. This is lesson 1. Notice my intonations in switching and transitioning, because if you are recording for a long time, you may tend to get monotone. So you want to make sure at the beginning of every module you are excited. Welcome back. I'm so excited you are here. Hey course creators, this is module 2. This is module 3. And make sure at the end you are wrapping up. Thank you guys for watching module 2. You should have learned, and you reiterate the objective of that module to wrap up that end, and then you stop your recording and you go again. Welcome back. This is lesson 3. If you are recording in one sitting. Now, I suggest you don't have to do this, but if you are recording in one setting, you might want to change your tops or have branded material, branded t-shirts, branded shirts, so that you can record in one sitting. You do not want your customer to be bored. Again, the technique of your videos. If you're not editing it, if you're not putting elements, transitions, screen shares, you want to make sure that you are not sitting for 2 to 3 hours in the same top, in the same way, just recording, and it's monotone. So you might want to pause after a couple video recordings, change top, record again, and use that element over and over until you complete the recording of your course. I pray that this training, this short video training, has been beneficial and that it has helped you and answered one of the major questions that I get: how should I record video content for my online course? I can't wait to see you create your next profitable online course. Have a great one, guys. Bye bye.